The movie Follow My Voice basically goes something like this. I'm Clara. I live in Spain. I have trauma, and I'm scared of pretty much everything. I'm Kang. I also have trauma. Holy crap, a Korean guy that speaks Spanish? That's right. And on top of that, I'm the perfect guy to take care of a girl with emotional damage while also dealing with my own. That's great, because I'd love for you to help me process all my feelings and not have to help you with any of yours. Cool. I enjoy carrying extra baggage. I look forward to a one-sided codependence where I have to do all the work. That's exactly what I'd hoped you'd say. I can clearly see we're going to be the world's best, most funnest couple.
Right. You're a putz.
Clara has been through a lot. Loss of a parent to cancer at a young age, panic attacks during her last month of high school, a strong case of agoraphobia, fear of going outside, and to top it all off, she's been through serious cancer treatment herself. She now lives with her older sister and her sister's boyfriend. The one thing Clara enjoys is listening to a podcast hosted by an unknown young guy. She reaches out to him by messaging a picture of a painting she did, and he strikes up a dialogue with her. Then, later, she accidentally calls Kong instead of her sister while she is in the middle of a panic attack. Despite feeling horrified and embarrassed, Clara stays on the line with him, and Kong talks her through the moment of distress without freaking out or hanging up on her. He's more patient than me. If a person I don't hardly know at all called me up breathing heavily, I'd hang up quick and block the number. Clara gets strong enough emotionally to go back to school, a new school, and she and Kong find out that they are both students there. They start hanging out, they get along, and then suddenly a jealous Yana tells Clara to stay away from Kong. It turns out that Kong also has competition for Clara's attention from a guy named Diego. Diego knew who Clara was because he'd accompanied his dad during cancer treatments, and Clara was often there receiving her own treatment. So, Clara and Kong are crushing on each other, but both have people that are crushing on them. Young love. So sweet. So annoying.
Do you know the trouble with you lot? You're all in love with the wrong people.
When Clara's rival Yana tries to embarrass her by showing everyone at a party a video from Clara's old school, it backfires because all of Clara's friends stood up for her. And it made me laugh because right after Kong defended her, they immediately race up the stairs because they're like, quick, we gotta make out. Next scene, we find out that Clara's been wearing a wig this whole time, and it was like, what? Guess I should have seen that coming, what with the cancer treatments and all. So now the two are officially together. Then, after only one date to the movies, Clara exposes her chest to Kong, which, gosh dang, was a little quick in my opinion, and she shows him that as a result of her cancer treatment, she no longer has yabos.
Oh my.
He reciprocates the gesture, even though technically him showing his chest means basically nothing. Get ready for whiplash, because in the next scene, Clara basically says, hey Kong, I know I gave you my first kiss and just flashed you yesterday, but going on a train ride to Madrid with you? That's too much to ask. Singing publicly and showing his face while doing so was an enormous accomplishment for Kong at that point, not to mention, it was a competition where he would be under serious scrutiny. But Clara was like, nah, going with you to your competition is too hard. But despite her reticence, Clara paints a painting and decides to go support Kong anyway. So I guess it all worked out. Also, somehow Diego is now together with one of Clara's friends, so I guess it's lucky for everybody that that loose end got tied up off screen, right? Plot holes.
Olé!
How did Kong get Clara's phone number in the first place? We never saw that. Did she include it when she sent the picture? Why did Kong start reaching out and opening up to a complete stranger without knowing her age, what she looks like, nothing? That's a good way to get catfished, dude. Can't do a movie of any kind these days without the required representation. The studio met its checklist by including a brief cameo of a gay couple in the school hallway. Wait, no, I was wrong. Clara's therapist. He had his earrings on the right side, and we all know what that means. This random branch comes crashing through the classroom window. That is a highly unusual incident. Wouldn't it have made more sense to show us how that happened? Why did they get sent to detention for being in a gym room at the school? Because Diego hurt himself? But the other two were just standing there, and the movie didn't show the teacher observing his antics. This scene didn't make any sense. It was impossible for Kong to do his podcast because of snow? How does that make sense? Is he not doing it from home? And if it wasn't at his house, didn't he also have a car? And we've seen him drive his car in the snow before. Kong wears a Batman mask when he sings in public. Moral of the story. Men, get a girl who is willing to support you as much as you support her. If you're willing to put up with her panic attacks, mood swings, and trauma, the least that she can do is attend your first ever public performance. If the love and support only go one direction, you are sentencing yourself to a lifetime of dragging a ball and chain instead of having a partner who works right there beside you. So be careful when deciding to play hero. You loved the movie, and then I came along and spoiled it.